Welcome to Storytales, where love for pets meets the pursuit of dreams. I'm Penny.
I'm Ray.
Here, we will be unleashing our passion for pets and share our thoughts and experiences as we journey through our lives as pet and business owners.
In today's episode, we will be discussing if you should own more than one pet.
Alrighty, let's dive in and make some positive waves. Hi, Ray.
Hi.
So, you and I both have more than one pet.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, sometimes I regret getting more than one pet.
Me too.
Really? You too? You feel the same way?
Yes.
I mean, I don't regret it, but I regret it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you love them both. You're like, oh, they're so cute. And, you know, they're your babies. But then it's a lot of work.
Let me ask you if you have to get rid of one.
No.
Which one you want?
No, I will not. I will not.
Like one day, maybe.
I can't. Yuffie and Buffy is way too hard to pick between. No, never.
But what
I'd rather
if you have
sacrifice
to-
myself.
Then what are they gonna do? Your dog is not useful.
Well, they have my sister, they have my parents. They can survive without me.
Okay.
I can't pick between the two because so Yuffie is definitely more well trained than Buffy because she's my first baby. I gave her the most attention. And like she's smart, right? She has like the perfect model face for a Maltese. And then Buffy, like she's not like the cookie cutter Maltese look. She is Yuffie's daughter. She's like my granddaughter. So you're telling me to pick between my daughter and my granddaughter, you know? And not just that, like Buffy, she's so chunky and she's so cuddly and she's like a sweetheart, you know? Like I can't choose between my first baby and my, you know, cute little granddaughter. You know what I mean? So I would have to just sacrifice myself. I'll have to be their food, unfortunately.
But dog doesn't eat their owner, right? Only cats does.
I guess if they're starving, but...
Okay, now we are sidetracking. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, anyways. Okay, so why do you regret having two cats?
Oh, because like walking my cat was easy because I only need to walk bagels and I can do it by myself. And now I have Latte. I cannot just leave one cat at home. You know, if you want to walk both of them, I need to have second person to help me.
I see. So you're saying walking two cats requires like a husband or wife or girlfriend and boyfriend to do it, or brother and sister, or mom and dad.
No, I don't think it happened to every cat owner, but it's just for my cats.
For yours? Okay.
Yeah, they are not working together. They always like to explore on their own. So, and sometimes I will tell Stanley like, I want to walk my cat, but you're not home yet. And then he will be like, oh, wait for me or something. I was like, no, I'm just going to take Bagel and leave Latte out.
Aww. So, okay, so this question is really for you, not me. Like, who would you sacrifice?
But then, you know, I actually haven't done that yet because I do feel bad to leave Latte at home by himself.
Okay, at least you feel bad. I thought you were going to sacrifice him or something.
But then Latte is a troublemaker. He doesn't, he doesn't behave like Bagels. He always make mess at home. So sometimes I was like, oh my god, maybe I should just have one cat instead of two.
Oh, well, you know, it's interesting because like when you first have your first pet, you're like, so because it's all going so well, you're so comfortable with it. I think the first thought that everyone has when they consider getting the second pet is, I want to get a second pet because I don't want my first pet to be lonely.
Oh, that's your reason,
right? That's always like, well, that's like majority people's reason.
Yes.
They always say like, oh, if you're gonna get dogs, you should always get two so they don't be lonely, you know? But I don't think that statement is true because like Yuffie prefers to be a single child. Like she wants all the attention to herself, you know? Or she doesn't even want the attention, she just wants you to serve her, you know? like it's an interesting statement.
I think it does make sense to get, you know, more than one if you are financially comfortable because they are expensive.
Yeah.
And or if you have enough time because getting more animals just to keep company with your another and you don't have time is not going to make sense.
It should never be the reason. I agree with that. Yeah. And for the financial aspect, like even one dog can be really expensive. Yeah. So it's like, you know, until you know you can like you said, afford a second one, have the time and mental capacity to
Yes.
train a second one, then yeah, having a second one is not shouldn't be a problem.
And it should not be an impulsive decision too.
Yeah, which for me all my life has always been an impulsive decision.
Hey, but I actually think before I get latte.
I don't think. I just love them. I'm like, oh, they're so cute. I want them all.
Do you want to know why I decided to get a second cat? Since I'll always just be a single pet owner.
Is it because of our business?
No.
Oh, okay. Like, I'm like, you want to try out the multi-pet leash and it failed?
Oh my god. Okay, so our multi-pet leash is amazing, and I like that Penny enjoy her
I love
multi-pet
it.
leash.
I love it, you guys.
But I do not get to enjoy that benefit at all.
She wishes she can. Maybe you should get a dog. Maybe a dog can walk with the bagel.
If you're gonna pay for all the
Oh,
expense.
Maybe wait until I don't know, I hit the lotto or something.
Yeah, so the reason I wanted to get a second cat is because Bagel, oh my god, he is so energetic. Like, we try to play with him every day, and we
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Okay, sometimes people's suggestions are not as, like, doesn't fit the reality.
Yeah.
People suggest you need to play with your cat at least 30 minutes per day to 1 hours to keep that entertainment and stimulate them.
really.
Yes, that's actually the healthy tips from vets.
So, are you trying to say you got a second cat so you can see if Latte can drain Bagel's energy
Yes.
for you?
Oh, and the reason is that we play with him every day.
Yeah.
1 hour is not enough. Sometimes we have to play more than 2 hours.
And so, has it like felt better once you have Latte?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, Latte is kind of like Bagel's toys.
Oh gosh.
I don't.
He's like, come here, kitty. Wait, you're a kitty too? No, I'm not.
So this is actually the reason why I want a second cat, because sometimes like late night, he still have his zoom, even though we already play with him for an hour, he still zoom and we cannot sleep, and so Stanley have to like wake up and play with him. Sometimes like close to 2 a.m. he's
Yeah.
still fully energetic.
Yeah.
And when cat zooms on, usually it's not good, because that means they have too
Too much energy.
much energy in them. They have to release it.
Yeah. Same for dogs.
Yeah, so that's why I walk with them outside, because when they are out, they stimulate more.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, hey, maybe I should get a second cat. And I never have experience or have multi-pet experience, so I was like, okay, let's try. And I was actually looking for like the cats that has similar personality than Bagels, because come on, if he's an energetic cat and then I get like a
lazy cat.
lazy cat, is not gonna fit, because lazy cat doesn't want to play.
Imagine you got a Garfield and Bagel's like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I say like getting second pet should not be an impulsive decision. You always have to think through the reason why.
Yeah. And what would work best for the scenario?
Yes, and also in reality, just because you bring out an animal doesn't mean they will get along.
That's
I
true.
do see people have 2 dogs and then they try to kill each other, no matter how long they live together.
So that is the case for my mom's dog and my dog. Like my mom's dog and my dog, they're from different litters, but like they're sisters. Like they should be very similar. But no, like Yuffie hates her guts. Like her name is Bella. And Bella hates Yuffie's guts. Like they hate each other's guts. Like I actually at one point took Bella to live with me when I was in SoCal and tried to see if they can get along even back then. Nope. So then I had to send Bella back to my mom. And then now that I've moved back recently, and it's been years since like Yuffie and Bella has interacted, it's gotten worse.
Oh wow.
Like it's like watching like Simba versus Scar on Lion King, like.
Well, they are older, so they are like stubborn old ladies now.
But you know what's the interesting thing is? They only do it in front of me.
I think they are seeking for attention.
Yeah, they only do it in front of me. They won't do it in front of my parents. But then, like, if I'm taking them both out to the vet appointment, like, they will cause a scene. And it's just the most embarrassing thing ever. Like, there was even a big dog coming towards us at one point to see, hey, what's going on? You know, I was like, oh my gosh, please don't mix in that big dog too. That I don't even know whose dog that is. It was my new neighbor's dog, and he looked at my dogs and my mom's dog, and it was like, whatever, and walked away. It was like, it's just another street fight, you know.
I see.
Like, but I don't know. It's just like sometimes you don't know if they'll get along until you put them together.
Yes, and people always suggest you need to take time to introduce them. I don't know if you have that experience before, maybe not. But then when I was looking to adopt another cat, I actually bring Bagel with me to meet the kitties as well. And some shelters, they are very nice. They actually will provide like a individual closed space.
Yeah.
So they can handle the kitties while I'm handling my cat, and then see if they get along. And of course, the first reaction, my cat will always hiss. And it's actually good to do that because you can see if it's more on the kitty side or my cat side. So you know how to work out with them.
That's interesting you say that, because right now my sister and my cousin, they're living together, and my cousin got the cat and my sister has had her dog for a while. How do you, like, what would your recommendation be in how to introduce this baby kitty to a older dog?
Older dog?
Yeah, a dog that's, been, established and comfortable in his home for a while.
So they are territory animal, dog and cat. So you want to isolate the new kitty first.
Okay, yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, you want to isolate the new kitty first, and then let the new kitty stay in one space. And then you can start introduce the dog with some of the kitty stuff. For example, like if kitty has toys, you can take the toy and let the dog smell, so get more familiar scent. And then, I don't know, I suggest you should isolate them for 2 to 3 weeks. But then it also depends on animals, right? If the dog doesn't hiss or growl, and then if he's interested, because you are closing the kitty in one room, if he always interested in what's behind, maybe you can slowly start introduce them. And maybe you can finish that in 1 week. But my experience with Bagel and Latte was very different because I really don't know much history for Latte, but the first night I tried to do that, and Latte was like very crazy.
Oh, wow.
He was like crying, screaming on top of his lawn, sound like he's getting tortured inside a laundry room by himself. Like he cannot be there by himself. And Bagel was just hissing at the door because he doesn't know like what's going on in there. So of course he does that, and to the point that we cannot sleep at all.
Oh wow!
Because we thought he would get tired and then he'll probably pass out. Like that's what Bagel did.
Yeah.
When he first come to our house, but no, he doesn't. It was still like he was still screaming on top of his lungs.
Yeah.
After a few hours, and Stanley can't take it. He was like, okay, you know what? We just let him out and see. So we let him out, and then we are afraid that Bagel will attack him. And thank goodness he did not. He just like stay very distant to observe him. As long as like Latte doesn't go after him, he doesn't really bother him.
I feel like that's kind of like my sister's new dog, because she just got a new puppy, and her dog currently, her older dog has been with her for like 10 years already. And so like you said, they're territorial, and then like how you have to slowly introduce them. He was closed off, like completely closed off to the puppy. And like
did they do the proper isolation step?
They didn't do the I mean, not really, but what they did was like they're on the opposite side of the couch. So like my sister didn't sleep in her bedroom. She stayed on the couch with both of them, but they're both on separate corners. Like they don't want to interact with each other. And then but then one day I went over just to see the new puppy, and then I wanted to see if I could break the ice. And so what I did was I was playing with the older dog, like baby, and I would just like kind of like pretend I'm like pouncing on the couch, and like give like reaction to the dog. And then slowly I was moving closer and closer to the puppy, and then he started being closer to the puppy and then not minding her in his space anymore. I mean, still a little like, wary.
Concerned.
Yeah, concerned, but it was less, how should I say it? It was less awkward and like intense. It was more carefree because I was able to break the ice by playing with him and then including her to come in a little bit, a little by little, and get him closer by like proximity. So I think the space separation is a good thing in the beginning, but you have to, like you said, try to introduce them to get closer and closer. Maybe it's by an object, maybe it's by playing, because I did it by playing.
I
Yeah.
think you're unlucky one. Like bagel and latte, if you do that,
Cats are harder, I think.
usually the proper way is use food.
Use food.
Like
Okay.
for example, like if I can do it proper way, I will probably move Bagel's football
Yeah.
next to laundry room.
Yeah.
I will still not open the door, but then if they can eat beside them,
Yeah.
and then they can feel familiar scent.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
And slowly introduce like the scent to each other. The reason I said toys is because you don't know how they react, right? What if the small puppies go attack it and baby doesn't like it, he will attack
That's
it.
true. That's true.
So that's why I said like when they play, they have like the hunting instinct. It's kind of danger.
I also, there's another action that I recall dogs do when they first meet each other, especially if one of them really is curious and they really want the other dog to like them. They start to do this like play dead move.
Oh yeah, show them like I know.
Yeah,
Or-
I'm vulnerable, I'm not
Yes.
gonna hurt you, like my sister's puppy did that to baby, and then
Cats does that too.
Cat does that too. And then like our late German Shepherd, my cousin brought his husky, and she was like barely even 1 year old husky. She was doing that. A lot of puppies do that. I feel like younger dogs do that to older dogs. Like, yield, have mercy on me. Just want to be friends.
Yeah.
Like, I come in peace.
Yeah, but for my
Yeah.
for my own experience, I think Latte was probably very lonely at his original home. Like he probably didn't have friends, even though he coming from like a multi-caste family. Because he was very obsessed with Bagel. He's still obsessed with Bagel now. Like when he came to our house, and then when he recognized Bagel is also one of the family member,
Yeah.
I feel he has like a goal. I want Bagel to like me.
He's probably like, wow, he looks like me. Probably like thinking like, maybe this guy can be my friend.
So Bagel was always get chased by Latte, and Bagel did not like it at first. He always hiss. I think it took him like 1 week
1 week. Okay.
for him to start hissing at him. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But that's still fast for
Yeah.
cats.
I mean, I wish Yuffie and Buffy will just somehow like end their feud, but it's not happening no matter
Buffy
what.
and Yuffie or
Bella and
Yuffie
Yuffie,
and
sorry.
Bella?
I'm old now. Like, you get names mixed up, So, yeah, my mom's Bella and my Yuffie, they just don't mix, They're like oil and water,
It's okay.
Like,
Just let them be. Maybe
I know,
that's-
they're old now. They're like 14. They can bicker all they want.
But do you pick out any new like interesting things from multi-play experience? I actually noticed something different. Like they have their own language. Like Bagel will make certain sound that I never heard before.
Oh, that's so
And
interesting.
then he's calling sound for Latte. Like I said, right? I adopt Latte.
They're creating codes for each other.
Like there's one time Bagel is making like a very, very weird sound. And then I thought he's hurting or something.
Yeah.
So I went downstairs and I saw like Latte just charging him.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like he's calling sound for like Latte. Like Latte, Latte.
Oh,
come play.
that's his name for him, maybe.
I don't know, but it's so funny whenever like Bagel want to see Latte, he make that sound, and then Latte will always react to the sound faster than
Yeah.
I call him.
I think like my dogs, like they don't create any like bond with each other. I think Yuffie and Buffy are good with each other because of the whole familiarity thing that you talk about. Because Yuffie gave birth to her and she cleaned her, she licked her, she licked her clean, she like fed her, and so like I feel like there's that where she's familiar with Buffy, but I don't even know if she realizes if Buffy's her kid. You know what I mean? Like she's just okay with Buffy.
Oh, and another thing, I want to adopt a second cat. Do you want to know the reason? It's
Oh, what's the
pretty
reason?
silly. Because I don't like to clean my cat's ears.
Oh, I really hate it. I really hate it when dogs clean the other dog's ears.
Oh, why?
Because like Buffy has like ear infection issues, so if, like their mouth is dirty and they're cleaning Buffy's ears, like Buffy's ears just gets worse.
But I remember that humans' mouth is dirtier than dogs.
Well, I'm not gonna lick my dog's ear. Ill.
But technically, that's how they do it, right? They groom each other.
But like, okay, so I feel like Buffy always had bad ear problems because her father, Simba, always licked her ears. And like ever since, like, I mean, he's with my best friend now, Simba, but like Buffy's ears should never be licked. It should only be cleaned with like ear solutions, you know? Like I don't know, I don't like that for my dogs.
Oh yeah, because the reason I got that is because whenever went to shelters,
Yeah.
and sometimes they have like bonded pairs,
Yeah.
and they always clean each other's.
Oh.
Like they groom.
Oh,
each
you
other.
like watch them and you see them doing
Yes,
that.
I watch them. I see them groom each other,
Yeah.
and then also, people always suggest if you want to adopt a kitten, it's better to adopt two than one.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, having them together growing up would probably be easier than having one grow up first and then you get a second one.
So if you are looking for adopting more than one pet, I suggest you bring back that bonding pair because they're already bonded.
I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, and then you don't want to separate them, right? It's gonna
Yeah.
be very sad situation for them as well.
And also depends on the type because like I remember my dad bought a Pomeranian once and then my grandma, because she saw my dad bought a Pomeranian, she's like, I want a dog too, like that, and so she got a Pekingese, and we all lived in the same household, so they grew up together. But the Pekingese, because her personality is more independent, like she wanted to bully the Pomeranian.
I see.
And
so that doesn't work out.
So that doesn't work out. So I think it also highly depends on the breed, the personality that I mean, it's hard to tell the personality when they're puppies or kittens, but I think at least like matching in breed might help because that might create some similarities. But then I see Yuffie and Bella, so I'm just like, like there's no right or wrong answer, but there's a better chance of, being able to have your pets get along if, like you said, get them at the same time, or maybe even the type of
I think more
breed.
than personality, right? Because I told you I want a certain
personality
for Bagel.
You want an active personality. So definitely the Pekingese was more like bossy, independent, wants attention, versus the Pomeranian that was just kind of like happy, chill, just wagging its tail like with the tongue out. Very different types of dogs, and that did not get along in one household, at least in my household. Yeah.
So and back to the reason, my plan actually failed because
It's okay. Mine's always failed. You're not alone.
Bagel will groom Latte, so I never need to clean Latte's ears.
But not the other way around.
Latte want to groom Bagels,
But he doesn't let him.
Yes. I think they still have like an alpha male thing going on. Like,
Yeah.
why.
Bagel's probably the big boss boy.
Yes. And I learned that like I actually searched the answer from Google, and they was saying like the reason why they do that is because Bagel want to put a scent on Latte. That's why he groomed him.
Yeah.
So kind of like
That makes sense.
Hey, I'm the alpha. You
Well,
need to know
that's
that.
that's also why Yuffie likes to roll all over my laundry. It's not because she likes my smell. It's because she wants all of her smell on my stuff. So she's like,
exactly.
I own you.
So that's why I say if you want to kitten, get in when they are bonding and young age, because then they can groom each other.
Yeah. Honestly, I actually enjoy having two pets, I have to say, because like I don't know, they just have at least my dogs are two different types of dogs, like personality, and they still get along, which is great. I'd be lonely without them too. So, I mean, I had Yuffie by herself. I mean, that didn't make me feel lonely, but I did feel like she would be lonely without me when I'm at work. So that's why I wanted to keep Buffy, and Buffy was one of her litter, and I didn't want to put Yuffie into pregnancy again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
she suffered from.
Yeah, she had a hard time giving birth, and not every dog's meant for that. So, I decided to fix her after that. But I'm happy with two pets, I have to say, no matter how challenging it is. Buffy has the most health issues. I mean, Yuffie currently is going through her own health issues, but it's because she's old. But that comes with every pet, right? So definitely, I'm glad to have pets that are not in the same age, though, even though, yeah, it might be easier because, if one of them goes away, like I have the other one longer at least. So I can, always cherish her even more and remember, her mother even more. So I think however anyone wants to go about this, I think there's no right and wrong answer if you feel like you're up for the challenge.
Yes, just don't abandon it if you cannot
Yeah.
handle.
Yeah, never abandon a pet. And if you do feel like it's overwhelming and it's taking a toll in your life, find a good home for them.
Yes.
You know, like there's no shame in giving away your pet and finding a new home if you know that the person can give them a happier life.
Yeah, it's better than they are suffering
Like-
under your cares.
Never ever just drop them off in the middle of the road out of nowhere. Like that's the worst thing you can do for any pet out there. I've seen it happen. I've tried saving those pets and it's hard because these pets aren't used to strangers and they won't come to you even if you're trying to save them.
Yeah, they
And-
don't know.
Yeah, they don't know and then they end up being food for coyotes or some other wild animal out
Or
there.
they got hit by the cars.
Yeah, or the cars. I witnessed someone drop off a dog in like a highway bypass.
Oh, they're so messed
And
up.
I literally got out of the car, tried to look for it for like 10, 15 minutes, and I couldn't find him. It was a Chihuahua.
Oh, they're so small. How do you find
Yeah,
them?
I couldn't find him, and it was dark. It was around 8 p.m. at night.
Oh, wow.
And I had a flashlight, but no matter how much I called for the Chihuahua, I don't know the name, he won't come to me or she.
Well, he probably terrifies.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even understand why his owner doesn't want him anymore.
He probably even know where he is, you know? And so, like, never abandon your pet like that. Just find a good home. You know, put yourself in their shoes. You don't want to be left in the darkness, you know?
Yeah, that's why I said I do really think through before you want to adopt a second pet. And also, like, the pet expense sometimes not just food and water.
Medical.
The medical is the most important one. Latte has more health problem than Bagels. I didn't know he has weak stomachs. So there's a while that he has like had bad diarrhea. I had
Oh,
to get
wow.
like prescription food. That was
Yeah.
not my expectation.
Yeah.
Like thanks God he's good and healthy now. But that's
Yeah.
why I say getting another pet, there's a lot of unpredictable situation. You have to really think through it
Yeah.
before you make the commitment.
Yeah, I think that's another great topic for next time too. Like unpredictable situations, health concerns, all of it, because they do happen. Just because you get a pet, you can't expect
Yes.
things to be perfect.
And
They're like us. We get sick.
And it's all pet. It's not just cat and dog. Like hamster, they also get sick.
Yeah.
Like small animals, right? Did you know, like UC Davis veterinary, they will treat your hamster, even like reptile, lizard.
Yeah. Yeah. There's all types of pets out there, and yeah, we don't speak their language, but we can at least read their body language and do the most we can that we
Yes.
know that's right, because they can't speak back to us. So it kind of like dehumanizes them, which is so sad. Like a lot of people think nothing of pets. Like us, they think us pet lovers are crazy. Like why do we think so much about them and why do we do so much for them, right? Why do we cook for them, and things like that.
Yeah, sometimes just for their health issue. That's why
Yes,
we do all those things.
exactly. Yeah, but it's just we have the empathy for them because we're their voice in a sense if you think about it.
Having a pet is like having a children. Like they rely on you.
They're forever infants, honestly. They never grow bigger than a baby.
Yes.
Like their size might be bigger than a baby, but their personalities are like a little baby.
But they grow old on you.
Yeah, like even me coming here, Ray, Buffy was just staring at me like, "Where are you going?" I'm just like, "I'll be back soon." Yeah, I would bring her, but she'll be distracting me here.
Yes. Buffy is so needy.
I know she's so needy. She won't stay like 5 inches away from me. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a wrap, right? Like,
Okay.
Pet ownership is great. I love it, especially multiple pet ownership. So
Yes. I don't know. I have
okay,
I
yeah,
have up and down.
She said I have mixed feelings.
I
don't
have
know.
mixed feelings because my meal time is chaotic.
Oh, okay.
Because Latte will always want to go eat Bagels food even though they are eating the same things.
Oh yeah,
so
I don't
now
have that
I have
problem.
to like stand next to them to watch them eat.
Oh,
So that's why I say I have up and downs. I don't regret getting Latte, don't get me wrong. I still love Latte. But it's just that sometimes when they create a chaos, I'm like, oh my god, why did I get the second cat?
oh. Well, that's part of being a parent. You know, you love them unconditionally.
Yeah, that's true. Like some people only have one child, and some people have like more than two or three.
Yeah, and then they also fight too. You know, humans fight as well, you know. So yeah, it's all part of it. It's all part of, you know, motherhood
Yeah, so being a pet owner,
or parenthood.
there's always up and downs.
Yeah, there is. But that's it, you guys. And so if you want to learn more, we do post about this sort of topic on our blog as well. So check out our website, www.omnipetclub.com. And we'll see you in a
Next
few weeks.
time.
Yeah, next time.
Bye.
Thank you.